Alright, welcome back to part 3. Here in this video I'll show you more about Sony Vegas and how I edit the videos, get into further detail. I'll show you really quick. I created a sample. I'll just rename this to test. There we go, that's the audio clip I just finished recording. I'll go new. I like to start fresh, and then I'll import the files by going to import media. And we'll go to we'll record the video port. We'll get the video portion first. Here's the test. That's there. Import media document libraries, documents, and then test. There we go. All right. So what I'll do normally for a video, I hope you guys can see that okay. Normally I'd be recording the desktop, but like direct recording, but for this one I feel like it's easier to do this. But anyways, I'll jump down here, put this into a track, and immediately put this one underneath it as well. And as you can see, they're out of sync completely. That's okay. So we'll do what I did best, and zoom in, and move it back to 29.29, remember? 0.29. Drag this clip and bring it up, and take the whole thing, if I can actually do it with one hand, and slide it back over to the start. There you go. Now your commentary is synced up. And then this tail end means nothing. It's all ridiculous because it was in the time frame I was trying to stop the recording. I managed to stop the commentary first, so you drag this and bring it back up. There you go. That video is perfectly synced. Now as you can see, on the top here, this is a common thing people miss. There is a black bar on the top and the right side of the video. Most people ignore it. I fix it. In order to do that, I go to Properties and uncheck Maintain Aspect Ratio. And then I go to Video Pan and Crop. I have a template made, but it's really easy. It's called HDPVR. Look what it does to the video. I just extend the corners to block the blackout and make it full screen. As you can see, it's fixed. No problems. Isn't that great? Now, we'll go on to how I edit my audio. So, first of all, we'll do an audio test. Obviously, this video is going to be quiet because there's nothing going on. So usually I find what's best and I'll take it down, usually about 5. But some games are louder, I'll drop it to about 6 or 7.9, that sort of thing. But that doesn't matter. Commentary, I usually like to boost to about 5. So, let's take a listen and get an example. This is a test video for my tutorial on how to make videos just like I do. If you've liked what you've seen so far, and or if you have a large penis, hit the like button below and add to favorites. Wow, that was very informative. Thank you. Anyways, so that's what I do for a video file. Let's just assume that's all I'm going to do for now. So we'll move on to what we finally do. I'll insert one more video track, and this is merely for vanity, pretty much. You know, I'm putting up my logo. Now, I always do this at the last minute, last thing I do. And I have a template made as well. You always put a video, if you're making a title or putting your logo somewhere in the video, you always put it above everything else on the top. That way the layer isn't blocking it, but it's also appearing. So as you can see, you get this bulky sample text smack dab in the middle. But I have a template made for it, and I call it logo. So there's my DanQ8000 logo. As you can see, it goes up into the top right of the video. But now, if you go and click in the video, I'll extend it to the end. Oops. There you go. I have the logo up in the top right, and there you go, my advertising, so to speak. Now, if I have a bunch of files and I put them all together like I have, I will extend this to the very end of the file, even if there's spaces in between, and then I'll just do what I do here. Click this, and then I'll hit R, rename it, let's just call it blah, whatever, who cares. There you go. So it makes my life easier. That way I don't have to keep adding Sony text, Sony text, Sony text. I can just add one, because it's only going to record. The way I render, it's only going to render the section I selected. In order to do that, I just double click a video, it'll select it, hit R to rename it whatever you want. It's going to render that part. Now, since I usually do a lot of parts, it would be stupid to render one at a time. Sony Vegas has a feature where you can go into Tools. See, I'll show you. It's a batch rendering feature where you can walk away and let a bunch of files render. So in order to do that, you have to set it up like this. Each file has to be set up like this with the yellow bracket selected in the middle. Now, in order to do this, you go to Tools at the top, Scripting, and go down to Batch Render, and you click that. It'll bring you up with this big box here. Now, up here is basically where your file is going to go. It doesn't matter what it is, but I usually change it and put it in the file I want. Then I pick my format. I have a template made, so it's under Sony AVC, and it's called 720p. And I just click 720p. And when I'm ready to go, I hit render regions. That's very important, because it'll render the regions of your selection. Then you hit OK, it'll render by itself like it normally does. Blah, blah, blah. So I'll show you guys my render settings for my 720p videos. I have it named 720p. It is under the template of Internet 720p, or 1280 by 720, 30p. That's 30 frames per second, pretty much. And it is under, see, you won't get that template right away. I have to change the file type to Sony AVC. This is my render settings. You can use any that you want, but I'm using this because it gives you the best quality for the smallest amount of size file. You know what I mean? And I usually edit it in custom. So I'll go to custom, and this window will pop up, and you'll get a bunch of different things. AVC is the best audio format. Stick with AVC. Frame size HD 720p. The same baseline profile is fine. And this is, you have no choice, I believe. CAVLC. Frame rate is 29.970 because that's NTSC. Progressive scan because it's 720p, so you want to leave the field order as none. Pixel aspect is 1. Bit rate is 8. Normally I think it's about 6, but I bumped it up so it looks a little better. Code mode is automatic. That's the video tab. You click on the audio tab. You've got AAC audio. That's the best audio that it recommends. Sample rate is at 48,000 hertz, the best one. Bit rate is about 128. The higher you go, the bigger the file is going to be, but the better quality it is. So it's really up to you. But normally that's fine anyways. And then stereo or surround sound, once again, we won't go on that, but if you want to. Now system, this is your file format. This is the format it's going to be in. Remember how I said MP4 is a sketchy format? Well, when you're rendering, it's okay. But when you're recording into it, it can be sketchy. So I usually use MP4. It looks better, and it's just a better all-around file. And in Project, it's really simple. Video rendering quality is best. Easy. You want the best quality. Simple. And this, I don't like 3D, so I don't do that. And then I renamed it 720p and set. That's my video settings. That's all you gotta do. So that's pretty much how I render the videos. When it comes out, when it finishes rendering in this method with the batch render, you have to manually go into where it's located, and you'll have to rename it. And I'll rename it accordingly and upload it when I want to. But that's pretty much all you really need to know in terms of tutorial. People have been asking me. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, if you're putting in the money, if you're really dead serious about this and you want the best quality, you want to get viewed a lot, the best bet is to really put out the money for the necessary equipment that you need to make the best videos, whether it be the Xbox or the PlayStation or a Wii, whatever you want it, whatever you use to record, whether it be a new laptop or desktop computer, whether it be a new mic or the recording device itself, the PVR or whatever. You want to get the best quality, and this is my method of getting it. As you can see, it's been very effective so far. So I hope this little tutorial helped you. In the meantime, I'm going to stick with my Hauppauge HD PVR, but I'm also going to look at that Roxio video recorder. Maybe it's better because it is cheaper, but it does one purpose, and that's recording video games. So maybe that'll be a better fit for me, but we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, this is Dan here. I hope this helped you with your with setting up your videos. I hope it allowed you to choose your course of action in terms of how you want to record your videos and how you want to edit them. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope it helped you. I'll see you later.